This content will be recorded and made available in an accessible alternative format upon request. If you require captioning, transcription, or other communication services to access this content, please contact the Disability Resource Center at drc@snhu.edu or 877-591-4723. Select option 4.
Greetings, students. I want to call your attention to some of the guidelines and rubric items that you will be using to complete your final projects. By now you should have received your feedback and grade on your drafts for all of those of you who have actually submitted them. If you haven't submitted it yet, then obviously you wouldn't have received a grade for it yet. But here's what I want to call your attention to. So in the prompt, you'll see that there are a number of items that I'm looking for you to express in your papers. So I'm asking you to take into consideration some of the major themes of the course as you work through the content in your paper. So some of the things that you have probably tried to tackle are enculturation, language, artistic expression, economies, marriage, family, kinship, for example, political systems, religious systems, and maybe even globalization. For many of you, I've helped to try to pinpoint your themes or to get you to express your themes in a more clear, defined way. Additionally, I've noticed that many of you didn't really accomplish more than one or two themes. Many of you were missing at least a theme in your approach. So for those of you that did see that in your drafts, please make sure that you include one of these other themes into your paper. It's very important. In addition, you want to make sure that you're including key terms. If there's an anthropological term that we've used to qualify a phenomenon or a condition or a situation, it's best to use that anthropological term. If you're having a hard time remembering what that term is, then please review your text in MindEdge, or you can always email me at s.page@snhu.edu. In addition to key terms, you can of course include theories, methods, and perspectives in anthropology. So these outlooks like cultural relativism or participant observation are things that you can also include into your papers. Cultural change is another thing that is very important for you to include in your analysis in your paper. So I want to understand, how does culture change over time in your film, or how do you understand that culture has changed over time if perhaps it isn't represented in your film? You should do some outside research to help understand how culture has changed over time. Remember that cultures are never static, they're always dynamic, they're always changing, and anytime an anthropological study is done, it's really just a glimpse or a moment in time. So remember that you need to expand that out and connect it to other historical trajectories or a wider history. A third point that I want to call your attention to is that you need to use qualified sources. So these are peer-reviewed print or online sources, a journal, a magazine, or a website that's affiliated with an anthropological association, published books, and websites that come from peer-reviewed sources. So remember that in addition to that, you need to also use APA in-text and in-text citations. If you have any questions about how to do this, you can consult the resources that are here, or you can always email me again if you need some last-minute help to accomplish that. Remember that your final drafts are due by the end of this week, Module 7, and if you have any questions about any other things that I haven't covered in this video, feel free to reach out to me. Looking forward to reading your final drafts and seeing all of your improved work. So get to it, get it done, and good luck.